Welcome to Transforming Suffering. Today I invite you to pause for just a few moments. Just a few moments to reflect on one simple question, one that might change the way we live. What makes a person truly noble? Is it status, education, appearance, or is it something deeper? In Buddhist teachings, nobility isn't measured by what's on the outside. It lives in a heart that knows how to love, to be kind, and to remain humble, even when no one is watching. Let me tell you a story, one that doesn't just speak to the mind, but reaches quietly into the heart. It was an early autumn morning. Soft sunlight filtered through the trees. The wind whispered gently across the old rooftops of a small, quiet town. And in that town lived a young woman named Sona. She wasn't someone who stood out. Petite frame, ordinary face, simple clothes. She worked quietly in her family's small restaurant and spent most of her time caring for her paralyzed father. She never bragged. She never sought attention. And yet, anyone who ever met Sona, even just once, could feel something gentle, something sincere, and deeply peaceful. She could calm an angry soul with a smile. She often helped the poor, quietly, without being asked. She had never turned away anyone who needed kindness. In that same town, there was a man named Bhadra. He dressed well, spoke at public events, quoted scriptures, and often lectured on ethics, social duty, and righteousness. People respected him, at least outwardly. But behind those polished words was a closed heart. He often judged others. Poor people are lazy. Forgiveness is weakness. Helping others only brings trouble. People admired him from a distance, but no one truly felt safe around him. One day, a revered Zen master visited the town to give a Dharma talk. Golden light poured through the leaves. Autumn wind stirred the chimes on the small temple roof. As the teaching ended, the master stepped down into the crowd, his gaze soft, as if searching for something unseen. And then he stopped. He looked toward the edge of the courtyard, at a young woman standing silently. It was Sona. He had never met her. But quietly, to everyone's surprise, he said, "Among hundreds of faces, I sense in you a presence of humility, purity, and deep compassion. That light, it can only come from a soul rich in virtue." He didn't say this to Bhadra, who still stood nearby with confident posture. The master chose to see what can't be seen with the eyes, only through wisdom and awakening. Sometimes the world only sees appearances, but the truly wise, like the awakened ones, always see the heart. And true virtue, it doesn't need to speak. It shines in silence. As the Dharma talk ended, people slowly began to leave, still whispering about the unexpected praise the Zen master had given to Sona. Bhadra stood still. He didn't say a word. Inside him was something hard to name, not anger, but a quiet, unsettling shift. For years, he had believed he was the most respected man in town. He was educated. He spoke eloquently. He gave to charity. But never, not once, had anyone looked at him like that. And maybe he had never looked at anyone like that either. The Zen master had only looked at Sona once, but he saw what ordinary eyes could not. The early morning she spent cooking for her father, cleaning the floors, massaging his paralyzed legs. The quiet moments when she helped an old woman cross the street, slipped coins into a beggar's hand, and bowed with apology if she accidentally bumped into someone. No audience, no photos, no viral videos, just a heart that knew. And it was these unseen moments, humble, silent, expecting no applause, that shone brightest of all. In life, we're often drawn to those who speak well, who shine on stage, who seem important. But the real light, Nimmo, it comes from those who love, without making noise about it. Remember the question at the beginning of this video: what makes a person truly noble? It's not degrees, not status, not the approval of the crowd. It's a heart that puts others above the ego. And sometimes, the most noble soul in the room is the quietest one, the smallest one, the one no one even noticed. And if today you see yourself more in Bhadra than Sona, don't worry. This isn't judgment, it's an invitation to begin again. Maybe you don't live in a small town like Sona. Maybe no one's ever called your name in a crowd. Maybe you wonder if your kindness even matters. But let me tell you something. What makes a person noble, but isn't what others see. It's what you choose to do when no one's watching. You don't need to speak eloquent words. You don't need to be flawless. You just need a heart that's soft enough to care, strong enough to forgive, and humble enough to keep going. Because maybe, right in this moment, as you quietly try to do the right thing, someone, somewhere, is silently watching you, not to judge, but to smile and say, "There is a beautiful soul." This world has enough people who are successful, powerful, and loud. What it needs is more people who listen instead of shout, lift others instead of pushing them down, choose light over darkness. And maybe that person is you. If you're willing to live like Sona, no need for praise, no need for perfection, just sincerity.